see what you're doing. What's up, YouTube? I'm back at it again. This is Brian from GP Rod and Customs. Hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to talk about building a box for a 2019 Dodge Ram. It's not the mega cab, it's not the big crew cab, it's the one with the little back doors and the little back seat. What we're going to do though is we're going to build a box to fit underneath the back seat for two JL10TW1s. This is not your basic square box. It's got a little shape to it. It's got a little angle to it. There's a few different cuts, a couple different angles that I'm going to have to use. And to actually calculate the airspace is a little different than just calculating a square box. So let's start off with actually calculating the airspace of a box. To find a cubic foot or to find 3 cubic foot, it's going to take one number. The magic number is 1,728. So, and you ask why it's that number? Well, if you take 12 times 12 times 12, say that's length times width times height, 12 times 12 times 12 equals 1,728. That would be a 1 cubic foot box. So no matter what your length, your width, or your height is, you can multiply those numbers, divide it by 1,728. That will give you your cubic foot of that box. So with all that being said, I'm going to calculate the airspace of this box, and I got to do it in 5 different sections because each side is different, and then it slants in, and then I have to take measurements of that, and then I'll do the center section by itself, and then I'll add up all those spaces, and it'll give me my cubic foot for that box. And after displacement, I think it's somewhere around 1 cube, which is a little big for these subs, but they should play well in this box. It may get a little deeper base, which I'm sure the customer will enjoy that. I'm going to make a template first, get the floor design down so I know what I'm working with and what my angles need to be. Then I'm going to transfer that to a piece of wood, make sure everything fits under the seat height-wise. The back of the box is a little shorter than the front of the box, so I want to make sure everything's good height-wise and we have plenty of clearance for the sub. So with all that being said, I think we're going to get started.
What were you gonna say?
We good?
I'm good.
You sure about that?
I'm good.
Alright. So now that I got all these pieces cut out, which as you can see here, it's for a simple box, this really turned into a lot of different pieces. But I'm going to attempt to put this together. There's a lot of different angles, a lot of different pieces for this box. As you can see, like this piece, it's got an angle here, and an angle here, because the whole top of the box is angled to fit underneath the back seat. So just gotta really pay attention and know exactly where all your pieces are gonna go before you start just nailing stuff together. So I'm gonna attempt to do this and we'll see where it goes from there. You always want to spread the glue out on your joints. Hey, look everybody, it's the boss.
Have my snack.
so I got the bottom of the speaker cabinet built. So the next thing to do would be to put the top on it, the baffle, where the speakers go. But before we do that, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect circle, because I talked about it in one of my other videos by using a tool what's called as the perfect circle. Not the band, but the tool. So we're going to do that real quick. I'm going to show you the perfect circle, and then we're going to come back and we're going to nail this on. I'm going to round all the edges off, and then we're going to wrap it up. This is the perfect circle jig, which is made by Jasper. I'm sure you can find it on Jasper's website, or you can find it on Amazon. But as you see, it's got many different holes in here. Well, if you look closely on each one of them, it goes anywhere from 2 1/4 all the way up to 18. So if I wanted to drill a hole for a 15-inch sub, which would probably be 14 or 13 and something, you would look in the instructions, of course, to see how big the circle needs to be, and you can pick from any of these sizes. So there's your main numbers, and then it goes in increments of 16ths. So you can do, like for instance, the one I'm going to do is for the JL10TW1, which will be cut out at 9 and 1/16. 1/16 is your first increment up from 9. So to do this, I want to find the center of this piece of wood. So in order to do that, I'm just going to draw an X from corner to corner, and then that'll give me my center. Take an 1/8 inch drill bit, because the pin that it comes with to stick in these holes is an 1/8 inch. So you want to take an 1/8 inch drill bit, and I don't want to drill into my table saw. In the center, I'm going to go 9 1/16. There's 9, there's 16. This pin fits a little loose, so take it, stick the pin in the hole, make sure it's in good, make sure your router's plugged in, and you only want your bit to be out maybe 1/4 inch, because what I'm going to do is I'm only going to route out 1/4 inch, and then I'm going to drill a 1/4 inch hole, and I'm going to do the rest of it on the router table. So here we go. As you see, I dug out probably 1/4 inch, 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch in, and it's a perfect circle all the way around. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my 1/4 inch drill bit, and I'm going to drill right inside the groove. To make a hole for the router bit to go through. So now we're going to do the rest on the router table. What we have is the 1/4 inch quad bearing spiral flush trim bit that we get from Mobile Solutions. So you can find a lot of their stuff. They have a lot of neat tools. So the 1/4 inch hole, the 1/4 inch bit will go right into the hole. And we turn our dust collector on and turn the router on, and we route it out. That's how it's done. So you're also creating the inside too. So I think I've showed that once on press grills, how you can do a perfect inner and outer. It's got a 1/4 inch gap. So if I wanted to do a press grill, duplicate that to a 1/4 inch piece of wood, and I can do a press grill for this if I wanted to. Alright, so it's a pretty cool tool, perfect circle. So now that I showed you all that, we're going to go ahead and glue this and nail it. Then we're going to round over the edges, and then we're going to wrap the box in carpet, because this customer just wanted a carpeted box, nothing fancy. with the box, and this is the carpet that I'm using. It's just black carpet. It's known as flex form, or you might have heard it called ozite. Basically, it's a backless carpet, and it stretches real easy in any direction. So in this, covering this box, I'm going to try to stretch it all the way around. So I really only got to cover the front, the sides, and the top, because the bottom and the back are not going to be seen. So I'm just going to try to stretch it around here, and I'm going to tell you right now, the easiest way to stretch something like that is to actually stand on the box and then pull the carpet as hard as you can and work the corners and then do the rest. But that's it. Complete sub enclosure. All that's left to do is to load the subs and to put it in the truck, and to tune the system, of course. So if you're needing one of these, we can build it and we can ship it. So if you can't handle this on your own and you want something like this built for your truck, let us know what year it is, and I'll be more than happy to build it for you and we can ship it to you. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, turn on that notification so you know when we're out here. And always share your knowledge.